Okay, so the question that we hear more than any other question when people are looking at our shop and our products is, will your template work for insert type of business? Will your template work for a senior portrait photographer? Will your template work for a pediatric dermatologist? Will your template work for a real estate attorney? And so I thought it would be fun to have ChatGPT create a business for us. I'm going to give it a few parameters to help me generate some images and some text and stuff for this business. But you're going to watch me customize one of our new designs for this business. I have no idea what it's going to be. I have done a few tests and the businesses that it came up with were pretty good. And so that's why I decided to record this video. But we're going to go through this together and you'll watch me actually put this business together with one of our templates. So I'm going to come over to ChatGPT. I have the team version of ChatGPT. You can play with the model of ChatGPT you're on, and you have access to private data, like your data doesn't get put into its system, as well as just more recent data. So I figured out this prompt a little while ago. I'm going to ask it to generate a small business for me, give it a name, a client avatar, and a basic brand voice. I may actually adjust it, generate a female, just because a lot of my designs are more feminine, but they could definitely work for men too. So here is our business, Blossom Boutique Wellness. And then the client avatar, we'll give it a second to load, that it's creating for me. So this is this business's ideal client avatar. She's a 34-year-old woman who is a upper middle class marketing manager. She's interested in yoga, clean eating, wellness retreats, personal development, eco-friendly living, indie fashion. She lives in a city that in her apartment is beautiful. She's a busy working woman who wants a holistic lifestyle. She spends her weekends at the farmer's market, brunch with friends, or attending a local yoga workshop. She values quality over quantity in all aspects of life. It gives you some of her pain points, so like finding natural products. She wants to support small women-owned businesses who finds it hard to identify them. She wants to integrate wellness seamlessly into her life. She values sustainability, ethical business practices, community care. And then this is her brand voice. Like, honestly, I'm really impressed at the level of detail that ChatGPT put into this. And I feel like even if you're not interested in watching me customize a design, you could maybe do this as an exercise for your own business if you're struggling to find your brand voice. So a way to go, ChatGPT. The brand voice is inspirational, friendly, empowering, positive, inclusive, authentic. Social media, it gives you some examples of social media posts that use the voice. It gives you some product descriptions, a newsletter opening. Hello, lovely blossomers. So this is really fun. Okay, so I'm going to use one of our new designs. I'm going to use rosemary. And I'm going to start by generating a color palette just because this one that I have in the design is a little bit more soft, a little bit more neutral. And I think I want something that is more like holistic and appeals more to this business. So I'm going to go to Pinterest and I'm going to search for a wellness brand color palette. And we're just going to start with that as a base. Just so this video isn't crazy long. Wellness brand color palette. We'll see what it comes up with. I would think like, yeah, blues, greens, light tans. Let's see. That one's kind of fun. I might do a variation of this. So this is actually a brand kit that I could buy, but I could take these and use it as a starting point. So I'm going to grab that one. And I also I shouldn't have gone back. I like this one too. So I can pull this down and this actually gives me the hex codes, which is really nice. So I can go into Showit and start replacing these colors. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this green as my accent, the green that we found in here. But in order to get that variation of it, we probably need to open it up in something like Canva and then we'll eyedrop it. So I'm going to create a new design. We'll just do an artboard. I'm going to drag this design in. Let's see if I can find it on my busy desktop. I'm going to click on this image and then I'm going to insert a shape. And if I click on this color right here, I can draw colors from the photo. And you could do this with any photo. It doesn't have to be a graphic photo like this. So I think I'm going to use this green, and I'm going to copy and paste that circle, and I'm going to do this gold, and I'm going to grab this gold first because I'm going to make this my button color. So if I click on this circle and I click on this color right here, I can come up to the little hover right here, and then I can grab that color code. So this is the hex code. It's a 6-letter digit, and I'm going to come over to Rosemary right here, and I'm going to replace this number 7 with this one. So we'll make that number 7. And then I'm going to grab this green, and I'll get that color code again and come here. And I'm going to keep this blue for now. Normally I would start replacing them like in lightest to darkest. This one I'm going to do a little different because I'm going to use a different blue. So I want to save this blue. I think I'm going to replace this number 2 with this green. So we'll make some tweaks once we get this going. So those are 2 of my colors that I'm going to pull. I'm also going to pull this sand color next, and this will be used as a lot of backgrounds on the site. So we'll do E8E2DA. Let's do E8E2DA. So there's my light color. I'm going to do this navy color. So 455763. Okay, so there's my navy. I'm going to grab this spring water color. So D3D, ADC. And it doesn't matter if they're uppercase or lowercase. I'm going to copy this guy too, this lighter tan, and I'm actually going to replace it with number 4. And I might also put it in number 8. If I do it in number 8, well, I'm going to put it here. So this changes the background color of all of my canvases. This could be different based on the template that you're using. On my templates, I always make 8 the background color for everything. I think this tan is a little bit too dark, and I'm going to go a little bit lighter. And I moved this one that was at number 3 over to number 4 because I'm going to take this wood color and put it in spot number 3. D6C9B4. Okay, so we're going to start with that, and I'm going to hit save just to commit those colors in there. The next thing that I could do, if I had my own branding, I could come in and I could change out the fonts. So typically when I'm customizing a design, I start with the colors first because it's going to kind of batch change a lot of elements on my site. And then I would do the fonts. So if I had a different font in here that I wanted to use Carefree, I could choose a free Google font. They're all loaded in here. Or I could upload a font here and replace that. Just to show you how easy this process is, I have some fonts loaded in here. I'll link a different video below where I teach you how to convert fonts to be loaded into Showit, so a custom font. And you want to make sure that you have the right licenses for those, but we'll just assume that you do and that you've converted them and uploaded them to your gallery. So I'm going to use Editor's Note Light, I think. No, let's do Editor's Note Thin, which is one of my favorite fonts. It's from a designer called Jen Wagner. Editor's Note Thin. So let's add that. We'll do Editor's Note Thin Italic. Thin Italic. Okay. So I just hit that I own the licenses for those, which I do. So I'm going to add those fonts, and then I'm going to delete Carefree, and that will ensure that it's not appearing anywhere within this design. And I'm going to hit save. And so it looks a little wonky right now, but we're going to go back to our design settings, and we're going to go to style. We're going to get a site style, and I can select my fonts here, and it's all going to start like putting those in wherever they were used, and it'll look a bit better. So there's Editor's Note Thin, and here's Editor's Note Thin Italic, and then I can hit save. And so I might, as I actually have my copy in here, have to adjust some things, but this is like a good starting point. So let's go to Editor's Note Thin right there. And if I scroll down, you can kind of see how things were coming in. So we'll grab that, and we'll do that. And I can just kind of go through and customize. So next, I'm going to grab some images. So I love stock images from Elevate. I'll include a link in the notes below. Elevate has beautiful, highly curated images. It's a membership where you pay a small monthly fee and you get access to a ton of really premium images. And so I use it for client sites. I use it for our demo sites. You can kind of see how to navigate it in this tutorial. So we're going to go to gallery and we'll go to the gallery. And then they have a lot of different categories in here. So you can filter by colors, you can filter by categories. I think that they have a health and wellness category. Yep. So I can just go in here and I can start looking for images that feel within this brand. And so if you don't remember exactly, we're trying to appeal to females who like simple but beautiful, upper middle class, love yoga, clean eating, that kind of vibe. So I think a plant image could be fun, like depending on the placement. So I'm going to download more than I need for this page just so I can have some options. I think this plant one is pretty. I like the colors. These colors kind of feel in line with the color palette that I've already started to establish. These all feel a little bit too warm to me. And some of these feel a little too busy, a little too warm. I don't know if this client avatar would be into weightlifting. I think that I'm going to stick more with the yoga life, the yoga vibes. But I do like those images too. And those could work for a different brand if it was a little bit more punchy. I feel like with this particular brand, this kind of person is like a green juice, Whole Foods person and not so much a weightlifting person. I don't think I want the coffee. I don't think I want that one. Let's see. I'm going to keep scrolling. Images like this, I think could be pretty. And again, I'm just grabbing more than I need so that I have options. These are beautiful images. Let's see. I like the neutral background on this. I'm not sure about the outfit with the red, but I'm going to grab it anyway, just for fun. So I have options. I don't know if the beach vibes are going to work with this one, but these images, like these neutral palm looking images, are kind of nice. So I'll grab a couple of those. I'll grab this one. This one's fun. I like how happy she looks. I think this one could work. And now we get into some yoga images. I think that ideally we wouldn't have this red outfit, but we're just going to go with it because we're going to keep this video succinct. Okay, so let's go to Showit and I'm going to add a gallery and we'll give it a new folder because I have a lot of images in my account. So Blossom Boutique Wellness, add. And then I'm going to grab these photos that I downloaded. They're all going to be labeled Elevate, so it should be pretty quick to add them. And we'll drop them in. Elevate images are great because they're already sized for the web. If you are uploading high resolution images or ones that you got from something like Pexels, you would want to run them through a sizer. So size them down for the web so that they're not incredibly big. My rule of thumb is generally to make them like 1400 pixels on the long edge. So that means if you have a vertical image, this side would be 1400 and it might be like 800 wide. If you have a horizontal image, this like wider top part or bottom part is probably 1400 pixels wide. That's not like a hard and fast rule. It's just kind of like my general go-to. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I am going to start putting in some images. So first, let's change our title up here. Instead of it saying Rosemary, we're going to say Blossom Boutique Wellness. So I think I need a secondary title here. So let's do Blossom. And then I'm going to grab one of these lines. No. I'm going to center this and I'm going to center it on my canvas. And then I'm going to take it to be a subheading. So Boutique Wellness. I'm going to have to type that again. It's hard to see in that little box. I'm going to make my canvas a little bit taller too, so that I can center this within the canvas. I think that wellness and boutique need to be smaller. So let's try one more time. Boston Boutique Wellness. I'm going to make it all lowercase because I just kind of like that aesthetic. I'm going to drag this and make it not as wide. And then I'm going to grab these items and move them a little bit to the right. And I'm going to move these a little bit to the left and move this down. And I can start changing my page titles next. I'm debating whether to make this a color. So I would need to increase the opacity. I think I like it. That's kind of nice too. I think I like it to have a really neutral contrast and like not a lot of differentiation between them. So a wellness brand would probably have an about page. They might have a little yoga page. They might have a, what services would this brand offer? Tell me, ChatGPT. Curated selection of services, holistic. Okay. Lots of different options that this brand can do. So many things. Okay, let's go with fitness classes. Maybe I'll just do retreats. Let's do beauty treatments. Maybe we'll just make that beauty. And I'm going to try to even the space out between these guys. I think that's looking good. So I can also take these pages right here and rename them. So that's probably the next thing that I would do so that I can link these correctly. So I need to make a fitness page, a retreats page, and a beauty page. Let's say that I'm going to use this service page as my fitness page. So we'll customize it later in the process, or we would customize it later in the process. So I'll name this fitness. I'm going to duplicate it and name it beauty. And then let's say I'm going to use this coaching page as my retreat page. So you can duplicate as many pages as you need, as many times as you need. So I'm going to come back up here to my header, and I'm going to start putting these links in. So instead of going to portraits, we're going to take those to retreat or retreats. Take this to fitness. This one's going to go to beauty. And normally I would also be really paying attention to mobile. Just in the interest of time, I'm going to kind of keep mobile off. But I'd want to turn this one on and format it at the same time, because typically it's best practice to do the desktop version of something and then immediately to go over to the mobile version. So something like that. And I can center it. And if you had your own logo, you could drop that in here. So there's our Blossom Boutique Wellness. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting some images in. These might change later. I think it's just helpful to have images to start, so you can kind of visualize what the brand looks like, because you're going to see how much they really change everything. So what really feels like it embodies this wellness brand? I think this image would be good. Actually, I don't want to add it to the page though. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to click on this one, and I don't love this text on here. We have other text right here. So I think I could get away with just deleting this, or I could just hide them and you can always get stuff back. And shortening this. Maybe I'll make this more of like a neutral image. So what is that one? Yeah, I think I like the way that's looking. And I could also move this up a little bit more, and I can drag and select all of this and move it up a little bit more. And let's say that this brand doesn't have any press yet, or hasn't been featured with any big brands or publications. I could just take this section and I could uncheck it here and uncheck it here and hide it for now. So our next test for ChatGPT is I'm going to have it generate copy for this page. So generate homepage, website homepage copy for this business. And we'll see what it gives me. So it's going to take a minute. It's going to generate my copy. It's even giving me testimonials. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so share your blossom moments with us. So I would never want to use all of this exactly as is. For demo purposes right now, I'm not going to change a lot. So I like this tagline where sustainability meets holistic living. I'm going to put that here. I'm debating not having it in all uppercase. I think that lowercase, mixed case, regular sentence case fits better with this brand. So let's do that. I'm going to center everything and align it center. And then I can actually change this to Blossom Boutique Wellness. Normally in a spot like this, you would want to have the location of this business, because that's going to tell search engines where this person or this business operates, and it's going to be helpful. Right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab this next little paragraph, welcome paragraph, and put it in here. And I'll make it a little bit bigger and then make this bigger. And I'm going to drag and center everything. And instead of let's make magic, we could take this to a specific page and then we could say like explore our offerings, or like start your wellness journey. Ideally, like your buttons would be a little bit more specific than like click here. So we could take this to the about page, and the about page could highlight more services, or you could have a service page that kind of highlights everything. This is a good spot to highlight the different things that we listed at the top. So we said yoga retreats or fitness. So we could do yoga and fitness, and then you could have a little like caption tagline here. You could say wellness retreats, and we could say eco beauty, and we could grab a few of these. So let's grab that like eyedropper one. Actually, I don't love the eyedropper one because it's so white compared to this tan. I think I need something that has a little bit more darkness. I need something that has a little bit more contrast to it. So I think that one would work better. And then let's see if we can find another one. So we could do, I think that's my same like too much whiteness problem. I like this, but she's facing the wrong way. I think ideally she'd be facing toward the text because that kind of directs the eye where to go. So our jump rope, we'll go with that one. Okay, we're continuing on. This is where we would have a spot to get to know like the business founder or like the face behind the business. So let's just pretend that this is our business owner. Ideally, she would be looking at the camera so you could see her eyes because those eyes build connection. I'm not going to take like a lot of your time to hunt down images, so we're going to use that one for now. And let's see, did they write a one paragraph to this business for the website homepage about section? So I asked it to write a one paragraph introduction to the business owner for the website homepage about section. Gosh, ChatGPT is scary. So meet Sophia. This is a lot of text in this paragraph. So I can do a couple of things. I can take this text right here and put it here so that it just like breaks it up a little bit. I can take this text and move it down. And then I'm going to add a paragraph break because the eye needs lots of space to skim. And I'm also going to make this text a little bit wider so that I didn't have stewardship alone on one line. And I'm going to move this up and I'm going to move all of that up. And I want to move it away from the image a bit more. And then I'm going to drag and select everything and I'm going to center it. And again, if I was actually doing this for a client, I would always be going back and forth between desktop and mobile. I don't want to make this video crazy long. So, okay. So next we could highlight some like featured clients. So let's see. We could do or featured. This could be a fun place to do wellness retreats. Name two wellness retreats for this business. Harmony Haven. I don't actually need all of that text. I could use it if I wanted to. So a verdant escape. We could put like the dates in here, or we could say retreat details. And I could make just this italic to really make it stand out. So Harmony Haven. And we're just going to shorten this text so it all fits. So Harmony. And I'd want to keep the titles consistent. So mind, body, spirit, retreat details. And then we'll grab some images. All right, so I'll grab that image and then I'll grab this one. Actually, maybe I'll use one of these yoga ones here. So we could do that one. And then I'm going to look for something else that is warm, feels warm. feel like that's a little bit off, but that image kind of like has the same tones. So instead of having this background video that is a stock video, I could make it a photo, and I could make it, there's a horizontal one of those like that. And then this is where I could start taking in these testimonials that ChatGPT made me. Obviously, you're going to put real testimonials in, but just for demo purposes, I'm going to use this one. So not just a great place to find products, it's a community that has truly changed the way I approach health and beauty. So let's grab an image for here. I will grab that one. Normally you would have like a real person's image. So I'm going to just find one that feels warm, that feels like it fits. Maybe we can just keep right now that she's from Amelia Island, Florida. So this could be a spot to highlight, shop our curated collection. Maybe I'll just shorten this to curated collection. And copy this, paste it in here. It's like a lot of text. Let's see if I have any more products. I'll grab that one, and we'll just repeat one of these images just because I don't have a lot. This is too much text for here. So let me shorten it to just the first sentence. Okay, I'm going to do that. Visit the shop. If I had a shop, I didn't actually put a shop on here, but we're just pretending. So we'll do that. Select. I could center that if I wanted. I want to keep it on the left. I could do another testimonial if I had one here. So I don't have more. Social proof is so key on a website. And so I think as much as you can add without like being crazy is always really helpful. So it's so scary that it like knows I attended the Verdant Natures Retreat. Okay, this is Oliver S. I'm gonna try to pop this in. I'm gonna make this the title case. Didn't go. Title. And probably gonna have to make it a little bit smaller. So smaller. I'm gonna use this, embark on your wellness journey today, down at the bottom. So instead of we turn memories and moments into memories. So I grab that bottom part. I'm gonna grab this. And I'm going to do this. So embark on your wellness journey. Let's find an image. I'm going to go with a neutral one for there. Okay, almost done with this page. I need something for here. So do the curated collection. We could make this the Blossom blog, or we could highlight a specific product or a specific service. So generate a UT product for this business. Luminous Elixir. I'm going to stop generating because I don't need it anymore. Okay, start at the top one. Luminous Elixir. Almost sounds like Harry Potter-esque. Radiant Face Serum. And I'm just going to grab that first part, which is probably still too much text, but I might be able to make it work. I'm going to add a paragraph so it's not so long and wider. I don't know if I need that first part. We're just going to keep it short because if this was a real product page, we could take them over to that page to learn more. I'm going to center all of this with each other, and then I'm going to add some images. So let's do that one. I might have already used that one, but I think it's fine. We'll do that one. Actually, maybe I'll make her the big one. And then this will be a smaller one. Okay, this is my almost last part. We'll do that. Did it give me a lead magnet? I don't think it gave me a lead magnet. So a lead magnet is a free piece of content that we give somebody in exchange for their email address. So generate a lead magnet idea for this business. Holistic Beauty and Wellness Starter Kit. I'm going to stop because that's all we need. Holistic Beauty and Wellness Starter Kit. So it's a little bit easier to skim. I'll just grab a description like that. And you would then connect this to your mailing list. And so I'll link to our Flodesk one below because I think Flodesk hands down makes this the easiest to do. And then we could just come in and customize our footer. I'm going to delete that pop-up too. So I have to go back to my main site canvas, pop-up, remove. We're not going to use a pop-up here. I would normally use a smarter pop-up than this one, like something from Badao. And I'll link Badao too. So we'll make this my heading, but I'm going to left align it and make it smaller. And then I could repeat my navigation here. So meet, we'll say fitness, retreats, beauty. We could say the shop. I don't know if we had other navigation items, we could add that there. If not, we could do those. We can link off to our social media accounts. We can say our business name right here, which is Blossom. So let me go back down here. We'll just make that a B. I'll make that smaller. Or we could also say like where it is. And then we could connect our social media accounts. So I'm going to preview this and just kind of show you. So this video did not take very long to do, and we've customized a design that originally looked like it was for a photographer to be for a wellness beauty kind of brand. So this was really fun to work on. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below and let me know if you want to see any more resources about something like this.